Dirty in my city, cause been fucking with my kidneys. Sometimes I get tired and get sad when you ain't with me.
Hey, what up, everybody? Welcome to the Greenhouse Podcast, episode 2. I'm GQ, and right here to the right, special guest, TOOLOC Tattoos. What's up, my boy?
It's good.
Shit. Tell them about yourself, you know?
Shit, I do tattoos and I run the DAKURI brand. And for Instagram, I go by TOOLOC Tattoos.
Go ahead and follow my boy and shit. What's up, my boy? What you doing? Chilling or what?
Shit, yeah, man, chilling. Earlier today, I was working on a photo shoot for some new hats that I dropped today and featuring some of the shirts that I had dropped last time.
That's right. You're rocking some of your merch right now, huh?
Yeah, so this is one of the latest shirts. It got designs on the back too, and then this is a tapestry jacket that I dropped a little while ago.
That's a dope jacket right there. It's like a gas station, huh?
Yeah, it's a picture of a gas station that I took, of an Arco gas station, and then I flipped it and put all the logos to DAKURI, everything, you know what I mean? And I made it a while ago, and like I couldn't do shit with it back then, but over time, like new technologies and shit, you know what I mean? So now you can print pictures, so since you can do that, I was like, this is the perfect one. And then I had other ideas too about like, just because I was seeing like different manufacturing like ideas, so it sparked the idea of like getting a picture put on the jacket, and yeah, we went with that.
That's right. Yeah, I like that jacket. It looks pretty clean. What's up though? You know, you were raised right here in San Diego. Let them know.
Yeah. So born in Mississippi, raised in San Diego. For the most part, just like North Park area is kind of like where I first came to like San Diego, and then like La Mesa, East County. But like I grew up skating and doing graffiti, you know what I mean? So I was all over pretty much, you know what I mean?
That's sick. Mississippi, that's crazy. That's far, my boy.
Hell yeah, it's a good distance for sure.
How'd you end up from Mississippi down here in San Diego?
I think it was because my uncle was in the military, you know what I mean? So like my mom saw that as like an opportunity to like go and start somewhere fresh. And yeah, I think that's what happened.
That's right.
Yeah.
So what ages did you get right here to San Diego?
When I was about like 3 years old, and then I kind of go back every summer, you know what I mean, to visit fam and say what's up and shit. But yeah, I've been here since I was 3.
Damn, that's cool.
Yeah.
And so pretty much Mississippi back and forth every year?
Yeah.
So you still be going out there back and forth right now?
Yeah, and I feel like that kind of like helped me with my style with the brand and shit, because I'm seeing like how they dress down south and then how they dress down here, and it's like a mixture of both of the shits, you know what I mean?
Different little stylos put together.
Exactly.
That's cool. So when you got to San Diego at 3 years old, I mean, I can't really ask you like how'd you feel, you know, because you're a little kid. But growing up, how was it growing up though?
It was cool. Shit. Like I'm kind of used to being like the new kid, you know what I mean? Because not knowing nobody, moving to different areas and shit. So like I went to 3 different elementary schools, 3 different fucking middle schools, 3-4 different high schools, you know what I mean? So I've been a new kid a lot. Yeah. But at the same time, like that's why I know so many people, you know what I mean? Like met random people. But I mean, I guess it's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, you've pretty much been all over San Diego. I mean, East County, North Park.
Yeah. And then like even further, homie, like cause skating, there's skate parks like out the way that we used to mount to, you know what I mean? So it's like we was going wherever we could type shit. You know what I mean? The further the better, you know what I mean? It's like further away from home, you know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah, and they never know when you're gone too. But like they think you're down the block and you all over.
Nah, hell yeah.
Hop on the trolley, go everywhere.
Yeah, and like I'm glad I never had like a real strict mom, you know what I mean? Like my pops was locked up till I was 16. But and now RIP, but like my mom was like, she was pretty strict, but at the same time like only if I fucked up, you know what I mean? So she didn't really give a fuck where I was at, but she better be back when I say be back type shit, you know what I mean? So
as long as you listen to her, then you're good. But once you didn't listen and you get home an hour later or something, oh hell no.
Yeah, it's consequences. I'm in for everything.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
So pretty much you said you used to skate and you used to tag?
Yeah. Used to bomb. Not just tag. I used to paint a lot. Like, yeah, get up for real.
That's what I noticed when people be hitting up or bombing. You gotta go through the whole city. You can't just be in a certain place.
Yeah, hell yeah. Because it's like, it's a form of respect, and then it shows like, you don't only want to be hitting it where you stay at, you know what I mean? Because motherfuckers will notice that shit, so it's like, yeah, you want to be all over, you know what I mean? Like, you want to be like untrackable, untraceable type shit, you know?
Yeah, if you start hitting up all in your areas and stuff like that, then you pretty much burning yourself out.
Yeah.
And then if you want to put your name out there, you gotta go all through wherever your city's at. Doesn't matter if it's San Diego, wherever it's at, you gotta go through the whole city.
Yeah.
East, west, south, north, it don't matter.
Yeah, it's just worldwide, homie. So it's like it ain't really no limits. You know what I mean?
You pretty much met a whole bunch of homeboys out there just running amok, just hitting up everywhere.
Mostly like LA, because the homie, shout out to homie Garner and Fear, and met a couple homies from LA, got full pegs, Apply, and just like a couple heads, you know what I mean? And those are like some heavy LA killers, you know what I mean? So it's like only graffiti got me to meet those fools, you know what I mean? Like that's the only reason why I even know them or met them type shit, you know what I mean? So it's like you got to get out there and do shit to just be something, I guess, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a lot of people that have the same love for, you know, certain things, same as, you know, yourself.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna know it if you're not out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you used to go to LA too then, yeah?
Yeah, hell yeah. And it's like the homie Peg stayed up there, but the other homie, like, we'll be painting all night and then we can't get in touch with him, you know what I mean? So now we gotta sleep in the car all night, you know what I mean? But I mean, it was always worth it, bro. It was always fun, a story, like the whole shit, you know what I mean? Like, fuck, you gotta do what you gotta do type shit, you know what I mean?
Little life lessons, you know, little fun little trips, road trips.
Yeah.
Hey, nothing wrong with sleeping in the car. Fuck it is what it is, right?
I get it, bro. However you can get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's right. That's cool that you actually went up there because, you know, a lot of people, they just stay locally.
Yeah,
Like, you know, they're all through the city, but they just stay in this city. They're not back and forth or wherever, you know?
Even when I go to Mississippi, dog, like, out here ain't too many, like, train yards for you to paint. But out there, trains is in your backyard, homie. So I'm staying at my grandma's house and then I'm sneaking off to go paint the trains and shit, you know what I mean? So it's like, not even just here, but it's like wherever.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? I was seeing OG Hindu, a San Diego writer, I was seeing him on trains in Mississippi, homie, and it was like, what the fuck? Like, I know you're from here, and I'm seeing some fucking sick ass shit. It's crazy, bro. It's like, that's how you know this shit is worldwide, bro.
That's the goal, though, right? I mean,
yeah, hell yeah.
You're San Diego, and you know it's all the way in Mississippi. That's how you know you're doing something right.
Hell yeah, bro.
That's what's up.
And then that like got me to see different styles and just like all kind of shit. You know what I mean? Because they go everywhere. You know what I mean? So ain't no telling where whoever's from. So it was like, yeah, bro, being exposed to that shit, especially hella young, it was better. Like growing up, it's harder. Number one, because I'm black. You know what I mean? So like, the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then it's like, on the other hand, being black and painting graffiti, nobody thinks you're painting graffiti. You know what I mean? They think you fucking whatever the fuck they think you doing. But
scandalous.
Yeah, so it's like I used to do a lot more back in the day, but getting older is like people are more sketched out. You know what I mean? Suspicious and shit now. But
that's crazy. So how old were you when you started, you know, writing and all that?
I was probably about like 10 or 11.
Damn, that's
the homie from LA. He was from LA, and his dad used to live in LA, and his mom used to stay out here. And then he gave me a name, and fucking shit, we just used to paint. You know what I mean? Like back then, it wasn't really nothing. I was thinking I knew what's up and shit, and then getting older, like the one of my homies' dad is like an OG writer from out here at Hassel TVC. And so like getting older is like you start seeing more and you're like, oh shit, like this is how like this shit really is. You know what I mean? Like you start off on the kid level, kid shit, and then you get exposed to like, you know what I mean, the fucking what the shit really is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But,
was it the same thing as same age for skating or a little bit older?
Way younger skating actually. So when I first moved to San Diego, there is some full skating like downstairs in my apartment building, and then I was curious. I'm sitting there skating and shit, and they just put me on. I mean, oh, this is that, and I think I was turning like 5. Homie, and my uncle bought me a skateboard, but he bought me like a skateboard that wasn't for like tricks and shit. You know what I mean? So he bought me this big ass skateboard, and that was the birth of it. You know what I mean? So like, but being from Mississippi and like not seeing no other people doing that shit, I didn't know about tricks. So I didn't know about even ollies, kickflips. I didn't know about shit until I got to like middle school, homie. And then like they used to have skate demos, like companies that set up all the shit. And I'm like, oh shit, these niggas do this shit in real life, you know what I mean? So around middle school, that's when that shit really opened up. Like, damn, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, not just doing little tricks on flat ground, you know what I mean? It's like that shit can be bigger than that.
You know, it's funny that you say that. Like, I remember seeing back in the days on TV, like they'll do like certain events and stuff like that, like, you know, all over the place. But you don't really see that no more.
Nah, they shut that shit down because there was like some cliques that was out here and fucking they would use those events to like link up and get their shit off, you know what I mean? So after a couple of those, like couple years, they shut that shit down.
That's crazy. I mean, I remember seeing it on TV or, you know what I mean, stuff like that, or even being younger and just, you know, you would see it more, but it is what it is. Shit happens, and I know it ruins it for a lot of people, but
yeah,
that's right. Hey, what's up with those shoes? Those shoes are pretty clean right there.
Appreciate you, G. So these are the, I would say like the first DAKURI shoe, because I definitely got plans for more. But yeah, man, I call these the Smileys, and that goes along with the smiley face. So I'm trying to like brand the smiley face as kind of like my artist signature, I guess, you know what I mean? So that's why I use that to go on the shoes and then call them the Smileys, you know what I mean?
Yeah, pretty clean. They got a, like, what is that, like the hair on top? Like,
yeah. So like on the toe and on the heel and on around the side, around the ankle, it's a fur texture or kind of like a hair texture, but it's meant to be like the hair on the afro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because like the whole thing behind the smile, it's like a broken smile, you know what I mean? And as men, you know what I mean, we don't really express feelings and shit, you know what I mean? Somebody asks you, you good, you be like, yeah, I'm straight. Simple as that, you know what I mean? So this just represents a broken smile pretty much, you know what I mean? And it's like the broken smile plus the afro is just a little bit of representation, just to put some ideas into a shoe, you know what I mean? And not just have it a shoe.
Yeah, they look pretty clean though. I like it, and then you can tell the smile too. Like it's a little bit cut up, but
yeah.
I like the idea of it, the thought that's behind it. You know, because it's true. And you know, as men, you know, you just keep it pushing. Like it is what it is.
Yeah, bro.
That makes sense too. You know, that's cool. That's cool. So pretty much, so you're the owner of the brand, correct?
Yeah,
Curry.
Owner, designer. So I do all the designs. I do all the screen printing, heat pressing, pretty much anything other than like anything that has to do with sewing. So yeah, anything other than sewing, I physically have my hands in that.
And you never know, maybe later on too, you know?
Hey, I mean, that's the goal, dog, but it's like having all the shit that I gotta do right now and just thinking about all the shit that it takes to do, like sewing and shit. It's like, that would be the goal, but I just don't see where it's at yet. But of course, I want to get to that point where I don't want to have to be the one that have to do all the shit every time, you know what I mean? So I want to get to the point where I'm strictly designing, you know what I mean? And just
send it out to somebody else and get it done.
Not even that. It's like, I already got all the equipment, so why not hire a team and fucking, and instead of having a print shop that works for other brands, have a print shop that does all my merch, you know what I mean?
That's a good idea too, you know, it's just thinking of an idea, computer, design it real quick, whatever you gotta do, go downstairs or wherever you're at, you know, your studio. And then, hey, let's do this real quick. We need this, we need that, because I mean, sometimes you just want to get something out there, and you gotta, like, for example, let's say you have somebody that does your hats, embroidery. You gotta go buy the hats. You gotta take them. You gotta wait for them to send the logo to get this and this and all that, and you're just pretty much waiting.
And yeah, dog, it becomes a waiting game. Like once you run out of your budget, or once you run out of designs, or like whatever collection it's a waiting game. You're waiting on that for you to be able to promote your collection or whatever, you know what I mean? And I just felt like I dealt with that so many times, homie. I got tired of like, and then on top of waiting, you don't ever know the quality, dog. Some motherfuckers they just want to finish the job. They don't give a fuck about the outcome. I give a fuck about the outcome, because this ain't for me. This is for the people. You know what I mean? So I definitely care about what the fuck I'm putting out there. So if it ain't up to par of me, I ain't finna put it out there. You know what I mean?
That's for real, because sometimes you get something done, or you've never worked with that person before, and then sometimes they just give you something that's not A1, because there's either a little detour or something, but if you would have probably had that little detail or whatever, you just keep it or whatever. You're not gonna sell it. Yeah,
and it could be one little thing, bro. Or that's how I'm like hella meticulous. I mean,
that's funny right there. Check it out real quick.
DSB manufacturing, so DAKURI Street Brand Manufacturing.
That's right. So I know you were skating. I know you were doing graffiti.
Mm-hmm.
So what led you like into starting like a clothing brand? You know?
Shit, growing up and just seeing, like, I grew up watching a lot of music videos. Like, I was watching cartoons too, but more music videos.
Yeah.
So in music videos, everything looks new. You know what I mean? They got the fresh shoes and the hats and shit. That's probably where my obsession with hats comes in too. But yeah, dog, it's like it started back then from seeing it and then getting ideas. You know what I mean? Like, I would see clothes because I've been shopping online for a little minute. But like old apps, homie, like Plunder, Karmaloot, like those are old streetwear apps where it's like they were selling the shit that like wasn't in stores, but it was still streetwear, it's exclusive, you know what I mean? So like that's kind of like how I shop. But that's like my vision for the brand, you know what I mean? Like how I shop is like how I want the brand to kind of look, you know, be perceived, you know what I mean?
That's cool.
Nobody really gives a fuck about like the work you put in or like the story, you know what I mean? Like
the story behind you pushing your brand, you know?
Yeah, it's funny, dog, because I got these posted on Dago TV, like a commercial that we shot, and like I had a whole different description wrote for what I wanted to put, and like this nigga made up his own shit, and it's like that ain't what I wanted to be portrayed for the shoot, you know what I mean? Like I had a whole story for this shit. It's like you skip right past that, you know what I mean? So it's like that's why the story matters, you know what I mean?
And if your story were probably came out, more people would have probably like, you know, like, oh shit, like this is the story behind what he did, why he did it.
Exactly.
And then they'll keep an eye on it, you know. But if people just throw their own little thing on it and say, oh come on, my boy, like I'm putting actually my my sweat, hard work in this, you know.
Hell yeah. That's why like the reason, dog, why like I fuck with you, homie, because like we've been cool for a little minute, like on top of tattoos and the clothing and shit, but it's like I noticed that you're serious about your brand, you know what I mean? Like, so, like, that's kind of why I stay from collabs and shit, because motherfuckers they don't genuinely want that connection. They want what comes out of the connection. And since I do all the designing and printing and shit, they expect me to do all the work and then still split the shit 50-50.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, it don't work like that, dog. And I'm not even saying I get more because I did the work. Let's get together and see who does what so this shit is even. You know what I mean? But it's like, yeah, since I don't have to outsource too much, I don't. You know what I mean? It's like, why go through that stress of doing that shit all the time?
Yeah, that's crazy. So how many years have you been doing the brand already, working with the brand?
So, I started kind of like making ideas, like digital shit, because I took a class in high school, 2010, 2011. So that's how I learned like even graphic design in general. But being in high school, I didn't give a fuck. Like I wasn't doing the fuck I was supposed to. So after I learned how to make designs, that was it, homie. I didn't care about shit else. Like I wasn't doing assignments and shit. I used to get kicked off computers all the time. Like she would log on to my shit, homie, and get the mouse and click out all my shit and type get to work. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't even know you could do that shit. You know what I mean? But it's because I'm watching music videos. I'm looking at clothes and shoes and shit, like, because that's what I wanted to do. And it's like, right after I left in, that was 2011, 2012, I went to Chaparral, and he had a screen printer in the back of his class. And since I already had some designs and shit, he was like, if you're serious, he's like, I can make some screens for you. To me, that was like a challenge, you know what I mean? It's like you're bullshitting, you know what I mean? Like, if you're really real, hit me up type shit. And I was like, I was, bro. My first screen was 3 designs on one screen, and I was printing class.
Damn, that's crazy. That's sick. Like you would never imagine, like, you know what I mean? Like, well, I mean, you do imagine teachers showing you and helping you with stuff, but it's like screen printing, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, shout out Mr. Label, bro. I think he's still at Shab, and I think he's still the art teacher, and still does all the screen printing shit. But yeah, bro, he didn't hold back with shit, you know what I mean? Like, he taught me what's up for sure. And I hella appreciate that, because that's what I use till this day for my brand, you know what I mean? It's like, all that shit mattered.
And that's cool because like, he showed you then, like, let's say, like, for example, like, you could have been doing something else and maybe gotten you in trouble or something. But with that, like, it made you start thinking about the future and little by little, you know?
Bro. It's like, when you got motherfuckers that ain't got shit to lose, that's literally what it is. They ain't got shit that they care about. So this was like a possibility that was always in the back of my head, you know what I mean? Like, since I started, I didn't take it serious till I want to say like 5-6 years ago, honestly. And then, yeah, bro, it was just always an idea in my head, like, yeah, Dakuri, like, I could have a clothing brand, you know what I mean? It was just always an idea, bro. And I just got tired of just the idea. I'm like, fuck it. Like, what? It ain't gonna hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just got on it, bro. Did a lot of research on how to screen print, because he already had the equipment, so I just had to learn how to do it at my house.
Yeah.
So I was using a fucking heat gun, little $30 heat gun at fucking Home Depot. I got $100 fucking one color, one station screen printer on eBay. So it was like after $150 spinning, and I had to get inks and squeegees and shit. But once I got all that shit, bro, I'm like, let's get it.
Hell yeah.
What I mean? And even then, like, I thought I was sick coming doing my one colors, but it's the start of it. You know what I mean? It's like that feeling was just accomplishment. That's the feeling of accomplishment. You know what I mean? Like, I'm finally bringing this shit out to be real. So, McLogan's, bro. He used to go to McLogan's because Chaparral is like Oklahoma, Santee, like borderline right there. And there's a McLogan's in Santee. So he was like, I get them done at McLogan's. He was like, it's like $55. It'll be done in a couple of days. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I didn't really know shit about burning the screens until like way after. Actually, I introduced you to the homie that used to do my shit. But yeah, like I didn't really know shit about it. You know what I mean? I just knew about like screen printing itself. You know what I mean? Like how to get the ink on the shirt, dry it, curing, and that's it.
You know the process, but you didn't. Yeah. That's cool because I think last time we were kicking it, you know, you had your whole setup right there, and I was like, damn, that's crazy. Like,
yeah,
what is it called? An octopus? Is that what it's called or no?
Yeah, well, it could be, but mine is a 6 color, so whatever number.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, it's a 6 color, 4 stations, so I could do up to 4 shirts at one time and 6 colors at one time.
Damn, that's what's up.
So yeah, you press, spin it, press, spin, press, spin. You do that 4 times, you got 4 shirts done.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Did it take you a while to, you know what I mean, to get the hang of it?
Hell yeah, dog, because like I was saying, I started with 1 color, 1 station, and a fucking heat gun. So with the heat gun, you gotta go over every little inch, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that shit takes a minute. So it's like, all right, when you start doing bigger prints, that shit takes a minute because you gotta go over every spot. And so when it comes to screen printing, you got flashing and then you got curing. So I didn't know about the curing part. I just knew about flashing. So I used to think once you heat it up, it's done. But plastisol ink has to get up to like 320, 350 to cure it fully.
Yeah.
So it's like you gotta flash it and then heat it again. So it's like doing that for fucking 30 shirts, 50 shirts. It's like that shit was taking a lot of time, bro. So then I was researching like, you know what else I need. Then I looked up a flash dryer. Found one of those on offer at $50. I mean a good ass one too. Started screen printing, fucking. Then I'm on OfferUp. This is before COVID. I'm looking up a screen printer because by this time it's time for me to upgrade. You know what I mean? So I had got the 2 color one, so got rid of the 1 color. I think I sold that to one of the homies that wanted to do his brand. Same shit. So when I got this new one, I got rid of my last one. I'm on OfferUp, homie. It's a screen printer. I think he wanted like $1,500 for it. It's the one I got right now. So I saved it. I got a notification that he put it down to like $1,200. I'm like, damn, all right, bet. So, fucking couple of days go by, he lowers it to $900, and I'm like, oh shit, you know what I mean? So he lowers it to like $500, and at this point, I'm like, I gotta go see what's up before he fucking sells this shit. So I go check it out and shit, and I got a whip. I got a little 2-door Honda Accord, you know what I mean? And so I go and check it out, and he's like, yeah, dog. He's like, if you got $200, you can take it right now. I was like, 200, homie? I called the homie with a truck. I was like, hey, dog, I fill up your tank. If you can help me out with this shit right now, I got you, dog. The homie pulled up with his truck, and we fucking got that shit, $200, homie.
That's
like,
crazy.
it took up my whole room, but it's like, fuck it. You know what I mean? Like,
that's sick though. Like, I mean,
yeah.
you're like, I'm gonna save it. You know, it's 15. Maybe lower the price a little bit, and then just boom, 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 200. That's a steal right there.
Yeah, you can't get no for what I got is like you can't get no cheaper. Like the opportunity is crazy.
And it's a nice setup too. Like it's not like a raggedy setup. Something's broken. Like it's a nice setup, you know. And $200, that's a super, super, super deal right there.
Yeah, dog. And then during COVID, homie, I got blessed like even harder. So there was a screen print shop that was closing. I was looking for equipment. I was looking for a conveyor dryer. So I'm looking at one. They had one for like $1,500. Same shit. They dropped it down hella low. And then I was looking at their other shit and it said free screen printing ink. And I was like, ain't no fucking way. You know what I mean? So I put pull up to the address, and they're like, yeah, grab what you want. They got back to work, and I'm like, for real, dog? They're like, take what you... Nigga, they had fucking 2 rooms stacked the fuck up. So I'm getting all I think I could need, homie. And they're like, that's all you want? Grab more. And I'm like, for real? So I grab more. And so fucking they hit me up. They're like, hey, do you want any more ink? So I hit up Edgar.
Hey.
I told him, I was like, hey, dog, because I was doing some shirts for him. I was like, hey, dog, they giving away ink, homie. Like, if you want to get some for your shirts. So he came and grabbed some ink. And it's like, dog, I got so much ink, I'll never have to buy another color ever again. So,
that's crazy.
For free. Didn't pay for none of it. You know what I mean? I was like, that shit don't dry. That shit lasts forever, bro. So it's like the screen printer plus the ink, it was like that shit was meant to be.
Hell yeah, it worked out perfect.
Yeah, and it was right around the same time. You know what I mean? I was in the same crib. So
Would you say the conveyor?
Oh, conveyor dryer. So like a flash dryer, they have different sizes, but it's like this, right? You know, like the size of whatever shirt you're printing, and then you kind of put it over it and then move it out the way.
It's the big box one, right? I think I seen one like that, and they just push the shirts through it.
So yeah, that's the conveyor dryer. So
okay.
With the conveyor, dog, you just put that bitch through and it heats it up as it goes through. So when I got that, it was like doing fucking in an hour, from like 24 shirts in an hour, it was like 60 something. Yeah, because it was like I'm not having to sit there and dry
with the gun and everything.
Yeah, bro. And even with the flash dryer, like you gotta make sure every spot is dry. There's cool spots on it. You can't really have a fan on because it'll kind of fuck with shit. So it was like a lot of shit. So when I got the conveyor, bro, it was like, oh yeah,
it's a wrap from here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw one last time when I went to go pick up some shirts, and then I also noticed like they were screen printing, and then they'll put it like under something else, and that heats it up too, I think.
Flash dryer.
Yeah, and then that, yep.
They put it through the conveyor.
That's crazy, because you were out there with a gun going inch, back to back, and then from that, that's a big difference,
Yeah, and then like I'm into like special effects and shit, so there's something called additives that you can add in the screen printing ink, and they'll have different capabilities or whatever. So I got like glow in the dark one, so you mix it with your ink, it becomes glow in the dark. I got fucking puff. You mix it with your shit and it makes it puff print. So it's like experimenting with shit like that. It got harder with the heat. So shout out to homie at Triple Hustle. When he came out and checked out my shop, I used to have a studio in a warehouse in downtown. And so I used to throw like pop-ups and shit, vintage markets, fucking concerts for where the homies would come performing and shit. So he came in, scoped the spot, and he's like, how do you pick your colors? Oh shit. He was like, how do you pick your colors? Like, how do you go with your color selection? And like before that, I had never really thought about it, because I'm more thinking about like, I don't know what I'm gonna use. It just depends on what color I think goes best with the design. So yeah, it was all like whatever vibe I got off the design, you know what I mean? So the colors were never planned, so that's why I never really thought about it too much. But nowadays I think it's more planned, because I'm trying to stay away from like primary colors. I'm good. I don't want red t-shirts, blue t-shirts, gray, you know what I mean? Like gray is cool, but then I want like other colors on there, because it's like that shit is so everywhere to where it's like I want to be different than that, you know what I mean? So I try to stay away from that. So I get like all the in-between shit, pretty much, you know what I mean? Like I like the in-between colors, the shit you don't usually see. Especially being a local brand, that's what will help you stand out. You know?
Cause usually it's just like white,
black and white,
gray.
Yeah.
You don't really see like I haven't really seen khaki shirts, to be honest with you.
It goes two ways though, because in the same way where I'm trying to be like colorful and vibrant, if you think of San Diego as a city, our teams and shit don't have bright colors, you know what I mean? It's fucking dark blue, orange, and white, and gray, or it's the old school gray, gold and brown. So it ain't like too much color you can play with, you know what I mean? So it's like, I feel like people kind of like not stay away from color, but like, and not even scared, but it's like they don't know what they could do with it until they see what they could do with it.
Because people don't really put it out there pretty much. So you don't really see it out there and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like you see this fucking mustard yellow shirt hang by itself. You don't know what the fuck you can put with that shit, you know what I mean? But if I make a hat that got a little bit of that color and like some, you know what I mean? It's like, damn, you could put something together with that shit. And that's like my logic of my brand. Like, I try to make it to where you can put together all my shit. You know what I mean? Like my anniversary shorts, those shorts have like 35 designs from all of the shirts that I've, not all of them, but from designs that I made up to now. So it's like those shorts alone will match with any DAKURI shirt that's out right now.
Because it has most of the shirts that the logo pretty much on there.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's little shit like that. That's me kind of like going back into my archive. And that brings me to another topic. I'm about to do a sale called the archive sale. That's gonna be like all the shit that's real low inventory. You know what I mean? Because I've had it for so long, and this is going back to how I was dropping my collections. Like, since I have so many individual pieces, it's like I have a collection from 2 years ago, or maybe even 3 years ago, where I only have 2 of them left. And it's like, I can't really promote it because I only got 2 sizes left, you know what I mean? Or it might be 2 smalls, you know what I mean? So I can't really promote it, but I got them. So that's what the intentions of this set was to do, like get rid of all the little straggler shit so I can like pretty much start from jump, you know what I mean? Because starting with this new collection, like I got all my numbers, and it's like I can stay more organized from now on out.
That's cool. That's actually pretty smart that you're gonna, and like you said, you can't really be like, oh, this shirt's out now, or I'm bringing back this shirt now, because it's like you only have a couple sizes or whatever it is. But you're gonna do a sell and have like, you know, whatever shirts or sweaters, whatever it is, that have logos from, you know, from before that you weren't really low. Boom.
Yeah. And then like pretty much every drop is exclusive, so instead of restocking something, I'll just revision it, you know what I mean? This would be V2, you know what I mean? So I don't want to, like, no restocks, you know what I mean? Like, if you miss the drop, you missed it pretty much. Like, I don't save any old screens, I don't save anything, you know what I mean? Like, once that's it, that's it. So it's like I put my new energy, my new money, and everything into some new shit, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be going back. It's like, that just keeps it more exclusive. It's like, you might have even got into DAKURI because of one drop, but it's like you can't get that no more. So maybe you might like the new version that comes out, you know? So
that's pretty smart too, you know, because it's like a lot of people do restock, but it's like it's better to just come out with a certain amount of shirts. You get rid of them, and it's like, okay, like whoever got it, and who didn't, I mean, hopefully you like something else next, you know?
Yeah, and that's kind of like building a fan base, you know what I mean, and building like I want to say like a portfolio, because it's like over time I'm starting to see like the style of the brand, or like, you know, my aesthetic and shit. But at the same time, I ran into this thing where I'm kind of like right there right now, and that's why I started doing like more colorful shit. Because I started off doing one color prints on my one color screen, so now with all new technology and shit, and I could do this, and it's like the possibilities. Now I'm trying to like open up and like do shit I've never done. But doing that, a lot of shit feels like uncomfortable, because like I never did that shit. I'm like, nah, that's not what the brand is. But it's only because I never did it before. You know what I mean? Because
you're not used to it, pretty much. It's a new idea for you, so it's like it's.
But me noticing that's me telling myself I need to get out of that.
And you never know. I mean, you start doing it, you know, differently, and it might go better, might not. It's just you gotta take the risk sometimes, you know.
Same shit with the smiley. Like, I'm trying to start doing shit with the smiley. You know what I mean? So it's not just a circle with a smiley face in it. You know what I mean? So I'm working on a logo that says smiley. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna really try to brand that shit and just bring everything together. And I was telling you the other day about how I used to call like my crib the DAKURI Cafe. I made a house and shit. So I'm gonna introduce that back out for sure.
Yeah, you got, you know, bring some stuff out, and whatever ideas you have in your head, you can't be scared of. You know, you just gotta go for it, because like I said, you gotta take that risk. If you don't take that risk, you're not winning. You know, you don't know if you're gonna be able to get it or not. That's funny though that I think we met probably like in 2020 or maybe early 2021. After I had started my own clothing brand. But I remember we got some hats made. I had made, you know, I shot you some hats to get made for me, because like there's the ABAJO logo, and then from there we just, you know what I mean? I'll ask you for tips, you know, and you would always look out, you know, and here in San Diego, you know, nobody really looks out for each other, you know?
Yeah, bro, and it's like the shit that I experienced, I know that to be a fact. So it's like I ain't finna withhold shit, cause that ain't finna stop me from doing nothing, and it's only gonna help you. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, because a lot of people, I mean, I'm not gonna say I've hit up a whole bunch of people, but it's like certain questions, and it's like they won't reply or whatever it is, and it's like
on red, bro.
And it's like, damn, that's crazy. Like, I mean, I'm trying to show you love, and I'm not even like asking you for a lot of things, and people, you know what I mean?
It's not even, you ain't even asking for nothing physical, homie.
Yeah.
You asking for a which way to go, and niggas leave you in the dust, bro. It's weird. It's weird out here, bro. And I will always say like, oh, that's San Diego, but I just figure that's anywhere, dog. Like, ain't nobody really nobody, number one, owes you anything to even help you get there, number one, but nobody's really trying to see you get to where they've been trying to get to, or like, prime example, homie, you're 29, you say Dice won, right? That nigga's 50 something. What's the chances you could just run into him and ask him some questions and he just gonna put you on? You know what I mean? It's like, nah, he put in way too much work to just some motherfucker you don't know if he's even serious about this shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's what you gotta expect. You gotta expect nobody to really give you the answers. So I mean, you gotta figure this shit out, and that's just part of. I'm just now realizing that's what every brand has done, and that's where they're at. You know what I mean? Like, nothing is necessarily planned, you know what I mean? Like, these collabs and drop these shits happen because of shit that they've done in the past. So like, you just gotta keep going, bro, and that's it. Find a comfortable way to keep going without fucking, you know, going beyond your means and shit, because I did that for a long time, bro. I used to spend my last dollar on DAKURI, like my last, you know what I mean? So
that's your dream, you know. That's your goal to get it somewhere else. So it's like, fuck it, sometimes you gotta do that.
Yeah, my logic was always like, number one, it's going to something, and it's going to one thing. You know what I mean? Like, all these years, all this effort, and it's all went to one thing. So, like, it built something versus just like buying clothes and shit. And I mean, clothes gonna sit in the closet, but like this, I built something with this, with the same money. You know?
Yeah, that's what's up, man. And every time I see you, man, you're always rocking something that's DAKURI, and I mean, that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta put your stuff out there, you know what I mean, in some type of way.
Yeah, bro, you gotta stay away from people who wouldn't rock their own shit. Like, to me, that don't make sense. It's like, all right, nigga, why don't you make something you'll rock then? The fuck? Like, it's the logic, bro. In the same way, like, a rapper from LA asked me, he's like, hey, bro, he's like, you should make like flared sweatpants with the bottom, and like, I don't rock that shit. So I'm not finna put no bread into that. You know what I mean? Because that's not what I'm into. Like, yeah, that might be what other brands, other trends, other people like, but collections go by and I don't do no more of that shit, then what? They only found out because I had the flare shit, you know what I mean? So it's like, I stay away from trends, try to stay away from like any outside shit, bro. Like, it's all in-house. And it's like, I have a list of designs that I haven't even got to. It was just the idea. And then I have designs that I've worked on over the years. And since I'm only on these collections so far, it's like, and I was going one by one, I have so much shit piled up, because before I was like, well, it's not before, it's like either I'm designing heavy or I'm printing heavy. Yeah. You know, so when I was hella designing heavy, bro, it's like I got some shit stacked up. You know what I mean? I got some shit in the vault.
It's funny that you say about the sweatpants with the flare ones, because people ask me about that too, and say I'm not into that. So it's like, why would I put something out that I don't like? At the same time, you gotta open up yourself to different ideas and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's like, if you're not gonna rock it,
it gotta be organic, bro. It gotta be, I don't want to say original, because down there nothing's original no more, but organic, bro. Like, it gotta be what you were meant to do. Like, you can tell what some shit's forced.
It has to be like in your head already pictured, like you seen those flared pants and you already have a logo in your mind that, you know, or like, you went online and you made the logo, whatever, but it's like not just somebody just coming up to you, because it's like, what? So just, you know, it's different. Yeah. And you don't want to be like everybody else.
Exactly, bro. I kind of like strive to stay away from like how everybody else is. So I used to get hella offended, dog, when niggas used to jock my shit. But now it's more of a compliment. Yeah. And then especially knowing like, okay, you took some shit where it was like 30 designs ago. You know what I mean? And it's like, I have shit that I'm working on and shit that I haven't shown. And you're only jocking some shit that I put out already. So I had to learn that like, if you mimicking or imitating some shit I already done, then you behind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm working on some shit way further than that, so it's kind of like, all right, bet that's what's up. Like at least my shit works, motherfuckers copying. You know what I mean? So.
And that's
cool.
Yeah, and that's cool too because it's like if they're copying you, I mean you're doing something right.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And
I forgot how the saying goes, but it's like imitation is the number one sign of flattery, some shit like that. But it's like yeah, like they ain't imitating because they don't like it. You know what I mean? They love that. And I'm like, that's how I know you saw it because he has one of the shirts that had that SD chain on
that shit was funny. Now I don't know if I sent it to you or I was going to.
I think the homie Richie sent it to me.
And I was like...
I think you did send it to me, too.
I was like, man, I've seen this logo before. And then I remember, I was like, the homie has this, and he has, like, a whole bunch of other cities with the same type of, the same logo,
chain.
The chain.
That's why I did it, to show, like, this is where that shit came from. You know what I mean? Because I have all these different variations of the same shit, pretty much. You know what I mean? But, yeah, that was, like, the... either second or third one out here to jockey, and it was the same shit, the SD logo.
Yeah.
And it was in chains. It looked a little different, but obviously, you know where it came from.
Yeah, if you know it, you know what it is.
Yeah, and it's like, it's so basic, but that's the reason I did it, because the SD logo, homie, is simple letters. There's no kinks in it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
So, like, my head, I'm like, all right, since... And then on top of that, the S is already swiggly and the D is round. So it's like... there's only so many ways you can make these letters look good together. You know what I mean? So I'm like, instead of changing the letters, let's change what is the letters. So I'm like, all right. So I had a whole different one drawn up of the SD chain, but when I went to go get it embroidered, it was too detailed, like too thin.
Yeah.
So I had to redo it to what the one that people know of now, because it's, you can see it on, you can do it on hands now. You know what I mean? So
that's another thing too. Like you can do a sick ass logo. And like for example, I'll get stuff done, and like I'll take it embroidered, and it's like, oh no, like you can't because of this, or you can do it, but it can't be puff, or it can't, you know what I mean? It's like fuck, like it just throws you off, but it's like, fuck, it is what it is, you know?
Yeah, but see, it goes two ways, because it teaches you, like, you know what will and what won't work and what ways.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, like, since you make your own designs and you know what will and won't work, you could design accordingly. You know what I mean? Design this part thick enough so it can go with puff. You know what I mean? And it's like little shit, but it's like that's what happens when you're doing it yourself, bro. You physically see that shit versus just paying somebody. They're never gonna tell you issues, homie. They're only gonna tell you the good outcome. You know what I mean? So that's the better hand of doing it yourself, bro. You learn those little kinks, and like it takes so long for people to learn that. You know what I mean? It's like, even though it's not a good thing, quote unquote, like it's necessary. I feel like that's just necessary.
That's true what you're saying though. It's like, cause like now you know what you can or what you can't do, you know, and now you know if you want to make a certain logo, you gotta do a certain way, or if somebody does a logo for you, you just gotta let them know that, hey,
exactly,
I want to be able to make this logo 3D or whatever it is. Make sure the letters aren't too close, or, you know, or the lines aren't too close, whatever it is. And it's true, it's a little lesson, you know.
Yeah. Even like recently, dog, with the hats that I just put out today, I've had those hats at least 2 years, homie. But since I only got embroidered, I'm like, what else can I do to them to make them different? You know what I mean? So a couple months ago, I got some metal badges made, and I got those put on there. So I feel like now they're ready. But when I was in the process of getting those done, funny story, because it goes back to somebody fucking up some shit too. When I was getting those done, I was like, I want to do puff, but I don't know how this will look. So I was like, do these samples in puff and let me know how they came out. The puff did not come out good, you know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, do it flat. So it's like that right there is like an example of like I'm not rushing shit, you know what I mean? Like I'm curating shit, and that's why I have so much. Like right now, I feel like I can say this because it's actually all finna come out. I got Dickie pants about to come out, jogger sets, a whole shitload of hats, bro. Shitload of hats. New skateboards, bro. All kind of shit. And it's because I haven't really shown it, and I haven't, like, since I haven't really pushed out other shit, it's giving me time to work on it. You know what I mean? So
you're not rushing it, pretty much.
Yeah, like I'm learning how to, like, patience, bro. Patience. I mean, like I'm finally learning that shit, but it's forced. You know what I mean? Like I'm forced to learn. So I'm glad I'm going through it though.
Yeah, you gotta go through that shit to you know what I mean? I remember I'll be getting hats embroidered or whatever it was. They're trying to get DTF sheets and stuff like that, and it's just trying to rush, and it's just like it's nah. Or like for example, like some person isn't answering, so you're over here rushing, and you go with somebody else, and you end up getting, you know what I mean? It's fucked up now.
Yeah. And like I've learned to like not depend on one person, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like Gil, shout out Gil, homie, cause he's done a lot of good work for me, homie. He's never bullshitted, never compromised nothing, bro. He's always made sure the shit was up to par. But how I even got to him, number one, JNS, I saw his work up there. But the same fool that did my hats, he did me dirty with DTF. And I'm like, that's funny, dog, because when it came to the hats, you was on it, you know what I mean? Like, you made sure I was straight, all that shit.
Homeboy, yeah.
No, it wasn't even him, dog. It was somebody else. Because I had him and somebody else.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah, dog, I couldn't just win on one person. I had where I was just dealing with him, and he was taking months, bro, and he used to fuck up my shit. But, so I found the new dude. I get a couple prints from him. They was proper. So, my last ones I did was actually for the collection that I'm putting out right now.
Yeah.
Same shit with the hats. Like, it was a long time ago, you know what I mean? So, it was like it was curated. Anyway, when you go to print DTF, they have to flip it, you know what I mean? Because it's how it's printed, you know what I mean? Long story short, it was probably like the 6th order I had got from him. But he printed my shit backwards. But he tried to, like, play it off as if I just wouldn't notice. So, when I noticed, I made the same face you did.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, does this nigga just don't think I'm gonna notice or what? You know what I mean? After he's kept trying to play it off, I was like, you know what, homie, I'm gonna just leave it right there. That was the last time I did business with him. You know what I mean? But it's like, number one, you can't play me because I know how this shit's supposed to come out and I know the processes, you know what I mean? And even then, I know you know, nigga. So I know you knew you print these bitches backwards, dog. And 30 of them, nigga, I paid for them and I was, just cut ties, you know what I mean? Because, like, I ain't got time, bro, to be fucking trying to fix shit. And it's like, nah, we just gonna find somebody else. So that's how I got to Gil, you know what I mean? Glad I found him, though.
Yeah, hell yeah. What is it, a Sneakerhead? Sneakerhead Worldwide?
Sneakerhead Worldwide is his Instagram page. And Sneakerhead Gil, I think, was his something Gil.
Something Gil. Shout out to him. Yeah, I've been seeing his DTF sheets and all that. I mean, I had followed him before, but then I made up a new Instagram and I didn't have nobody from before. And then when you showed him to me, I was like, okay, cool. And then he does the shoes and all that. And then the DTF sheets though.
Yeah.
Like hella clean, like real detailed and all that.
Dog, Gil's machine is like that big, nigga. Like he can print big ass shit. You know what I mean? So that shit, when he showed me, and then like he is hella inviting, bro. You know what I mean? Number one, I'm like, even coming here, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't be here without an invite. You know what I mean? So it's like same shit with him, like his setup is in his garage, and like I'm coming closer and I'm seeing all the shoes and shit, and I'm like, damn, nigga, like you be on your shit. He's like, come in, dog. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, that's what's up. Like he's real open and just inviting, but that's good business, bro. That's why he works with so many people. He got a fucking corporation. You know what I mean? Like, cause he's good peoples.
That's funny that you say that. Like you're like, oh, you got gang of shit, and he's like, come in. Like when I went to your pad, we were chilling. And I walked in there, I was like, God damn, like that inspired me to like step it up more. Like, of course, I might not be doing it right now, but you know what I mean? I was like, damn, that's clean. Like, you had racks of, gear that you're getting ready to put out. You had your machine right there to what is it?
The screen print.
Screen print and all that. And you had hats everywhere. Like, you even had blank hats just sitting right there ready to start putting stuff on it.
Exactly.
Like, that shit was like... Like, hopefully one day I get to that point where I'm able to do that. Like that was cool as fuck,
Bro, it's the cheat code of learning that you're in control of that shit. Like, once I started printing my own, I realized, shit, I ain't waiting on nobody but me.
Yeah.
So, if I ain't got shit to do that day or for whatever, like, if I get this done and I print this amount of hats, that's a whole collection done.
Yeah.
Just because I spent the time on it, you know what I mean? So, once I realized that, I'm like, if anything, I'm the only one holding myself back. So... that was that, bro. It's like, all right, let's get busy.
That's true. I mean, all you gotta do is pretty much like, if you know what the game is, all you gotta do is either go by DTF or do the silk screen, and you're the one that's gonna be doing it. So you put it out whenever you're ready or whenever you want.
And I suggest anybody who owns a clothing brand, bro, get the equipment, learn how to use that shit, because it's gonna give you an upper hand on a lot of people because a lot of niggas is just paying to have a brand.
Yeah.
But number one is like when you run into real problems, if your brand do go up, you'll know how to fix it. You know what I mean? Because you'll probably ran into that shit already.
Yeah, like when I started with the clothing, I remember I used to do the Cricut, and then with the heat press.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, I ordered the heat press. It came through. I was so excited. I literally went to Walmart because you know they had the letters, the heat, whatever. I literally went over there, bought me a little T-shirt from Walmart, and just boom, started stamping just for the just random ass letters. But it was like it just felt cool to actually be able to put something on a shirt,
Yeah, bro, to have your name on the shirt.
Yeah.
I did the same way, bro. I started with Hobby Lobby, homie. Like, I started getting the Gildan shirts, Gildan sweaters, until I found out about J&S when the homie put me on. Shout out Ames, TCF. The homie put me on, bro, and I was like, ain't no fucking way. This whole time I've been going right here, and they're more expensive, you know what I mean? And they're cheaper quality, so it's like, nigga, once he put me on the J&S, bro, I never looked back.
I think, I'm not sure if I ran into it myself or you told me about it, but as soon as I went to that store, I was like, God damn, like...
J&S.
Because, I mean, I used to get, like, just go buy Pro Club 1x1, or whatever. No bulk deal, nothing. You're paying what it is, and then you go over there, and they got good prices,
Yeah.
And shout out to them, because they got some clean-ass blank hats.
Hell yeah.
Clean shirts,
it's one
jackets,
of the only wholesale places in San Diego.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's another one. There's two other ones, but they don't allow, like, on-site, like, shopping. You got to order online, and one is they'll ship it to you, and the other one you can go pick it up.
I think you told me about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, but, shout out to them, but, yeah, so what's up, my boy? Let them know you do tattoos as well, right?
Yeah. Tattoos right now. I'm in Chula Vista off East Street and a bunch of Cuts Barbershop. So, yeah, I got a studio in there, but, yeah, that's where I'm currently located at.
That's right. I was going to ask you, so, like, how you're talking about graffiti when you were younger, so that pretty much, that's how you started, like, getting into, like, thinking about... Did you ever think about when you were younger, like, tattooing, like, you thought about, like, a brand? Or just...
Actually, right around the same time, and it's funny because I didn't really think about it until I was really seriously about to start tattooing. But around the same time, dog, like since I've been doing graffiti for so long, I used to draw on my folders are like a female's folders, and they'd be like, "Oh, you should do tattoos," and I just never entertained it. You know what I mean? Like I never put nothing behind it. I was like, "Yeah, that'd be cool," and that was it, bro. And then I was with an ex-girlfriend. And I was an electrician, bro, and fucking work got hella slow. And this job kept bullshitting me, bro. And I found out, like, for a fact he was bullshitting me. Because he called me back, and I'm pretty sure he wasn't supposed to call me back. He was supposed to call somebody else. But, yeah, and he said some shit, and I was like, the fuck are you talking about? Like, you know what I mean? So, long story short, I was an electrician. I was supposed to get a job with my other homie, other company. It was my boss's homie. All this shit was supposed to be lined up perfect. So... talking to the nigga, he's stretching it out. 2 weeks later, he's like, I'm gonna call you back. He finally calls me. And then he's like, yeah, man, you got tools and shit? Like, you got experience? I'm like, yes, nigga, I got all the tools. I got 3.5 years experience. You know what I mean? Like, I'm straight. He's like, you got transportation? I'm like, yeah. You know what I mean? He's like trying to find all this shit. So he's like, all right, cool. I'll give you a call in a second. So he hangs up, and I get a call right back, right? And he's like, yeah, that dude never called me back. And I was like, what? He's like, that dude I was supposed to talk to today, he never called me back. And I'm guessing he was talking about me, but he was supposed to be talking to somebody else. And then he was like, wait, who is this? And I was like, Ty, and he hung up on me.
Damn, that's scandalous as fuck.
After that, I'm like, I know he was bullshitting me. And I was like, I'm tired of sitting back waiting, homie. I was like, fuck that shit. So I started doing hella research, bro, and that was how I started tattooing.
You're like, fuck it, let me just...
Yeah, like, I'm already sitting here at my ex's pad, you know what I mean? Like, I'm already sitting here, like, she used to be a leasing agent, so she lived where she worked.
Yeah.
So, it's like, it was cool, but I don't like being that dude that's just there, you know what I mean? I'm like, nah, this ain't gonna work. It was only for a couple months, but it
you ain't no Jody.
Yeah, it wasn't gonna work, homie.
That's crazy. That's crazy, though, how he bullshit you and he fucking thought he was calling somebody else from the office.
Yeah, bro.
That's
After that, I'm like, yeah, it's that time, homie. Like, because I was literally waiting. Like, I wasn't applying nowhere else. I'm thinking I got the job. You know what I mean? I'm thinking I got that shit. Nah, you just bullshitting.
That's crazy. So you're an electrician before tattooing. That's crazy. That's what's up.
I started doing electrical again for a different company.
Yeah.
And I was tattooing and doing electrical at the same time. And then I started fucking working at Smart and Final, homies. I was doing electrical, tattooing, and working at Smart and Final.
You gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? You need those funds to start doing clothing or tattooing. You need funds. That's why a lot of people don't really do it sometimes. You know, because the funds.
And even then, like I had to pay rent too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was staying with the homie too, right there in the East Side. So it was like I gotta make sure I'm paying rent, but at the same time, I ain't trying to work no bullshit job that I hate. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's like do what you gotta do, bro. And shit, I guess I did whatever I had to do. I'm still doing what I gotta do.
That's how it is. So when did you start tattooing?
Like 2018 or 2019. I want to say 2018 because July next month is coming on my 7-year anniversary. So yeah, I guess 2018. But yeah, I mean, I started tattooing myself, and then I started tattooing on people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's how I started following you because of the homie Edgar.
Oh, okay, yeah. I met Edgar because I used to work at a shop in El Cajon, and I think he thought I was stealing or doing some weird shit. And I was like, bro, check your cameras, nigga. You know what I mean? Like, you got cameras, bro. Check them. You're trying to accuse me of some shit. You got cameras and watch what the fuck was going on at that time. You know what I mean? But I got laid off from that shop. Same day, got invited to work at another shop, and that's where Edgar was.
Oh, okay.
Come to find out, he lived right around the corner from me. You know what I mean? So I used to give him rides. You smoke, kick it. So yeah,
that's right. Cool. Shout out to the homie Edgar Tattoo.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, I think he posted something, and then I just started following you, and then from there, it was a wrap. I think I got my first tattoo from you like in 2021.
Yeah, something like that. It's been a minute.
Yeah, the accordion. Fat ass accordion right here on my shoulder.
Hell yeah, I hella remember that shit, dog. Like traditional style.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I remember that.
That was as soon as you walk into the shop, it was right there. I think where you had your location at, right?
Yeah, right on the corner. Dog, can you believe even being right there in the front, people didn't believe that I tattooed? Like, I'll be in there by myself or like 2 people, dog, and they'd be like, because it ain't, how many black tattoo artists do you know of? You know what I mean? So they'll walk in, hey, I'm trying to get this tattoo, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, bet. I start setting up. They're like, you do tattoos? I'm like, hell yeah, what the fuck? Like, I just gave you a price. I did all that shit. I got a station right here, but I just don't tattoo. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. They probably thought receptionist or some bullshit like that.
Receptionist, bro.
That's scandalous as fuck.
So I've dealt with different little shit like that. I got a couple different stories like that. But even then, bro, it's like being an artist that pushed myself for so long, I'm pretty confident in my work now, and then confident knowing that it's going to get better. You know what I mean? Because of how far I've come since then. So
yeah, you got some crazy lettering, like some sick ass lettering. You know what I mean?
Appreciate you, bro.
Like the one you did right here on the side of my the face, and the one right here on my mom's name.
Good looking, bro.
And then you always post like designs already ready to go. Real clean.
Yeah, try to stay busy, man. Cause like I said, this is what I do. I tattoo and I do daiquiri. So it's like a weird kind of like mind fuck where it's like, damn, should I look for some other means? But it's like, nah, just stay focused, fucking stay on your shit, stay promoting, and it's been working like that so far.
That's pretty cool because you know how to draw. It goes perfect with you doing everything for the clothing brand,
Yeah, that's how I actually used to do all my daiquiri designs. I used to draw them out on paper.
Yeah.
And then take a picture of it, upload on my computer, and trace it.
Oh,
so, shit. Yeah, like it always started with drawing, so.
I've seen
like even my logo, like I drew it.
All of them.
Not this one, but like my sketchy looking one. I don't think I got nothing with it on right now, but with the sketchy looking one, people say it looks like Stussy, but I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I drew that shit on paper. Like I got the fucking notebook right here.
Pull it out, my boy. Show him real quick.
And that's crazy because this is a fucking Y3 booklet, and my homie Keely gave me this. Rest in peace. And it's funny, bro, because that's crazy that I even got this on me right now.
That's funny. It was meant to be.
Yeah, this is right here. This is like one.
Oh, I remember that one. Yeah.
This is exactly where that shit came from, bro. That's funny. One of these.
I remember that.
So different versions. I was working on some other shit that I never really put out, but yeah, man, like, cause like they say if you want some shit right, do it yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, I'm not the kind of person that just like I don't like fonts like that.
Yeah.
Cause I feel like they can only look so cool or whatever.
Like the regular fonts, you mean, or what do you mean?
Just fonts in general, like, cause before I knew how to like really design, I would just do DAKURI in different fonts. So and then I would design around the font. You know what I mean? So I would change it up after.
Oh, okay,
After that, pretty much. So it's like I would start with that idea and then turn it to my own. So, like, basic fonts, I try to stay away from them because I'm like, that ain't gonna change. It ain't gonna look too cool. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I always try to come up with something like decently cool.
And you make it, I mean, it's 10 times better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, customize it pretty much. Like, make it your own. And funny thing, dog, because I used to think because my shit didn't look like nobody else's or like no other brands that it wouldn't work, but that's the beauty of it. You know what I mean? Like
Catch people like that.
Yeah, like it's not supposed to.
Yeah, you can't be like everybody else, like we said earlier. You know?
Yeah, you
gotta be different.
Out.
Gotta put your own lane right there.
Yeah.
You're gonna be the first, the Curry brand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not
exactly.
like other people that have the same type of logos. Like no disrespect to nobody, but you go to LA. And everybody got El Chapo on this shit. Everybody got
or the LA with the fucking,
with the gun.
That too, or the fucking LA hands.
Yeah, 7 Oriel. My bad, whatever his last name is.
Yeah, and it's like one fool took that picture, and so many people use it after to whatever they use it for. But it's like, yeah, man, it's like the same shit used over and over, and it's cool because it's like staples. You know exactly what it's for. It's like culture and shit, but at the same time, you can keep all that and switch it up just a little bit.
Yeah, just switch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I have to keep on buying the same type of idea and stuff like that.
And it's like switching it up a little bit. They gonna know where it came from, but you just putting your own little twist on it. Shit, you know what I mean? I feel like that's what DAKURI is, bro. It's just like it's my own spin on clothing. You know what I mean? Like, or like, yeah, how I envision the clothing brand now. I guess it's just my clothing brand. Like, this is how my clothing brand looks. You know what I mean?
We go back to the same thing. Like, it's your idea, you know what I mean? You wouldn't rock something, so you're not going to put it out there, you know?
Yeah.
And that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I'm working on some camo shit right now, so I could do some shit like this, homie, with the pants all the way down and shit. So I took some pictures of some trees when I was in Texas.
Oh, okay.
And fucking got all the same shit with the branches and the leaves. So, yeah, working on some shit like that. But even not just for pants, for a whole bunch of other shit, too.
Camo hats, too, look pretty clean.
Yeah, my own print.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
so you're gonna like those pictures. You're gonna print them out, like put them some way somehow to be able to print them out on.
Yeah, so like knowing the behind the scenes of like screen printing and like streetwear, cause I always been like interested in how shit works. So that's how I even got to like learning screen printing. So it kind of like, damn, what? I forgot what the fuck I was even finna say. I mean. What was your last question?
We're talking about like, so pretty much like, you know, you said you took pictures out there.
Mm-hmm.
So I was asking like if like, is there a way to view like to get that printed, like some way, get into like an image and then you're gonna print that out on your own, or like not on your own, but get it printed.
Get it printed.
But that image don't like, you know, this is somebody else's image, I guess.
Yeah.
So you're like your own image, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. So. Learning how manufacturers work, and that's what I was actually finna say, like learning the back end of like screen printing and shit, and then like not like I know everything about it, but I got a real good knowledge of that shit. So it was like I felt like it was time for me to learn the other side of like the shit I can't do. You know what I mean? So when I started exploring that shit, homie, it's like, damn, the possibilities, dog. It's like, it's damn near limitless, homie. Like, it's really up to your creativity. So that's how I came out with this jacket, you know what I mean? Like, I already had the picture from like 2016. So it's like, what could I do to bring this shit like a whole new life, you know what I mean? And I saw they were fucking doing jackets with pictures of Michael Jordan and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, let's see if I could do my picture, homie. And it's like that curiosity sparked this jacket. You know what I mean?
A little risk you took, and you know, it came out clean.
Bro, exactly. And so with those capabilities, like I know I can come out with something that I love. You know what I mean? And since I'll have the original design, I'll always be able to use it however I want to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of Instagram accounts. You know, people from over the seas now.
Yeah.
just hitting people up or posting stuff, and it's like, it's cool, you know, like, but at the same time, a lot of people they don't think about, like you said, like the back, the extra stuff at the back. You know what I mean? Like they just,
Yeah.
okay, cool, here's the money, whatever. And it's like, nah, like your idea has to really mean something. So I mean, anybody's gonna do it, but at the end of the day, like,
Yeah.
if you don't really like mean it, it's like,
Yeah, it don't. Yeah, if you don't mean it, it don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's kind of.
you don't have that vision. You know what I mean? Or somebody else did
Yeah.
that vision for you. It's like, oh, that's cool, you know. But
It's like spineless, homie. It's like you see it, it's like, oh, that's cool. It's like you could tell you only did it because you could. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, it's funny though, dog, because looking through different manufacturers, I've seen San Diego brands on their shit. So like, I
Yeah.
can tell fools are getting hit to like, oh, don't just fucking buy some blank hats and go to the local embroiderer. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, find out how this shit's made and do it how you want to. Cause that's what I learned, dog. Like, I'm into streetwear. You know what I mean? So I'm realizing all these brands, most brands have like a shop where they do all their own screen
Yeah.
printing. You know what I mean? But then I'm like, all right, you do your screen printing, but who does your pants? Who does your
Yeah.
socks? Who, you know? So I'm realizing they outsource everything overseas, and I'm like, oh, it's up. So that's how I need to do it too. Cause I was trying to be all in house, trying to do everything, but
Yeah.
I tried socks. You know what I mean? Like I tried all kind of shit.
screen printing.
Yeah, well, kind of like heat pressing. Then I got my labels embroidered on them.
Oh, okay.
I fucking designed packaging, bro. Got packaging made, and I folded it, taped it. I did the whole shit with the fucking hang tags and the
Yeah.
fucking packaging and everything, bro. I did all that shit by hand. And it's like, it was cool, but after like 2 washes, the design was gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, I couldn't sell the hats. The socks. I just give them away.
Pick up a shirt or something. Use a couple socks in there.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like overseas, I mean, pretty much, you know, you could go ahead and get some hats done, whatever, over here, but it's like, you just speak directly to people overseas, you can do anything.
It's really because once you find out, everybody in the U.S. is a middleman.
Yeah.
So no matter what screen print shop you go to or a manufacturer, they're getting their shit through China.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I learned that because I got some fanny packs made, and fucking I looked through the tracking, homie, and that shit said like Thailand, and I'm like, you niggas said L.A.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
What
so
the fuck?
you order them from somebody in LA, but okay, I get you.
So they ordered it through them, and I'm like, oh, I get the joke. So
Middleman,
y'all just
yeah.
middleman in there, you backing in the money. It's like you might be designing them, but you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, so it's like on top of that, the same manufacturer that I seen make my fanny packs, they made a brand from out here in Mass. So I'm like, okay, they legit, you know what I mean? But I'm like, yeah, bro, all this is made overseas, bro. So you just find you a good manufacturer, and
You
you'll
gonna
be
get whatever
good.
you want.
Pretty much, bro. I
That's
used to be
crazy.
so scared of Alibaba, homie, for
Yeah.
years. I avoided that shit, I swear. For years, bro. Because the homie only showed me Alibaba years ago for ordering fake shoes. So I'm not
okay,
knowing you
okay,
can
okay.
make your own shit. You know what I mean? I'm just thinking, oh, you go in there when you want some fucking $40 Jordans.
Yeah.
So once I found out that you can make your own shit, I'm like, okay, that's cool, but is it a scam?
Yeah.
And then I used to follow this dude on YouTube, homie, and he had a whole clothing brand, dog, but everything was done overseas. But yeah, some sick ass shit, jackets, hats, hard ass shit. So I'm like, damn, okay. That like opened my eyes a little. And then my homie, shout out to homie Painless, Mikey Painless, he had some fucking Air Forces, dog, and I was like, how the fuck did you get some Air Forces made, homie? And he's like, Alibaba, I found the manufacturer, and I fucking, followed through, and I was like, oh shit.
Oh, yeah, there's like own little logo or something on them.
Yeah, and so that's pretty much how I got into this.
Man, that's pretty sick.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I remember I ordered some tags. I was like, hey, have you ever heard of this? You're like, yeah, I don't even trip. I think you had already got something out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I ordered some tags. And at first, like, it's kind of like, you start talking to the person, and then they're like, it's kind of, a little sketchy a little bit, but it's like,
Because it starts off the marketing, and then once you say exactly what you want, then it's like, okay, now we got customer.
Yeah.
It's a different conversation now. I noticed that shit too, you know what I mean? But, and another thing, you got to realize that you're in control, homie. Like, if we can't do that, okay, I'll find another manufacturer, you know what I mean? Because that's their job, bro, is to find a way to do that shit.
Yeah.
That's why fucking Louis V has this shit done this way, because they found somebody to do it only this way. It might have been the only person that did it, but that's why. You know what I mean? Like, because you can't just go get that shit done anywhere. So it's like, shop around until you can get exactly what you want, bro. No compromises. My bad, we ain't here hotboxing you and shit.
I'm high as fuck still, dog. You know how you were saying, like, if they can't do it, go to the next one or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I hit up somebody for some hat pins, and I literally hit him up. She's like, oh yeah, we'll get back to you right now. I sent her my logo. Fucking like, send her a message again. She didn't reply. Probably like a month later, she hits me up. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, fuck no, like, come on now. Like, if you took that long to respond to me,
exactly.
like, how long is it gonna take for me to actually get it made and then send over here?
So check this out. I try not to send my designs, because I've seen where they've used designs to promote their product.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't want them to use my design on whatever the fuck, you know. So
And then somebody else sees it and they might want to steal the same thing.
So what I do is I ask, because even after, since I started doing research on this shit, but I ask, I've learned not to ask about minimums. You know what I mean? Like, you see the number, you know what I mean? You ask, like, well, I asked, like, how much is shipping? Then they'll ask you your address to calculate shipping. You're like, okay, cool. Then I'll be like, how much is the sample? The sample is this much plus shipping. You know what I mean? So I'm making sure they're offering all these little, you know what I mean? So it's not like a scam. I've actually heard more scams through Pakistan than China, through Alibaba. Yeah. So get Chinese manufacturers.
Yeah, I think the ones that I got the tags for, I don't got a shirt on me right now, but the tags that I ordered, they're from China. It took a while, but I mean, it's like, nah, if you think about it, it's probably like, what, like 2-3 weeks sometimes? Sometimes even sooner sometimes.
Yeah, bro, that's like the other thing. I'm thinking, like, even for my shoes, dog, I'm like, damn, homie, alright, even when I order them, that shit, getting those made, 30 pairs, it's like 2,800. So it's like, I'm spending that, but it's like, how long is it gonna take to get them shits? Homie, they're here in like a week and a half, dog. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they're pretty quick.
It's quick, bro. Like, it ain't what you think, bro. It's like, you can get some shit done, bro. Like,
Yeah.
You can get some shit done. I fucks with it.
I probably went on there like 2-3 weeks ago, and I was looking at trying to see if I can get some customized hats and stuff like that. But it's the same thing. Like, I think since so much people are going on there now, like, there is a lot of fake shit now. You know what I mean? A lot of people that are doing grimy shit. You know?
Hell yeah, bro.
And you know what's funny too? Like, a lot of people do these hats with like let's say TJ or SD, whatever. But they have like the folded ones. Embroidery. Everybody's doing the same shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same exact shit. And it's like, damn.
Yeah, dog. It's getting harder to like have some original shit, but that's where the creativity comes in. You know what I mean? Like, if you're creative, that's where you're gonna win. That's where kind of where like I feel like my upper hand is. Like, even if I don't know how to sew, like hand in hand, but I'm creative, so I feel like the pieces that I could think of will be not just as good, but real good. You know what I mean? Like, they'll be creative enough to where it'll stand for itself type shit.
Like you said, those hats that you had right there, you had them for a while, but then you ordered some pins, and with that, it's like something different now. You know?
Yeah. How I even got the idea for those is because I've been having like the woven ones for a while, and I'm like, all right, since I got those, I gotta stay with those. You know what I mean? Because that's just a good cheat code to have, bro. People notice that shit right off the bat.
Yeah.
They're like, damn, you got those labels? Okay, that's what's up. So it's like, what other accessories can I get that I could use on multiple things throughout? You know, like all my drops that could step shit up. You know what I mean? So I got those made. I got them in silver and gold. And then I got the pulleys too. These right here. Oh.
And what logos on those on the pins? Okay, damn, that's clean.
Yeah, so those are zipper pulleys. You know what I mean? So
you got those separate. It didn't come with the jacket.
Exactly. So that's another thing. Like, when you order jackets, you can order, oh, I want extra zippers or this, but they're gonna charge you for that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, but instead of doing that, let me order my own, and I could put them in multiple different jackets. Or say if I get some pants, I'll order the pants with a zipper so I'll be able to use them.
That's clean.
You know what I mean? So it's like
little details, little things that people are gonna be like, oh shit, like I like this. Like for example, when I got those tags, like people were like, oh, I really like the tag. You know, it's some little details for people, but at the same time, people like that. Like it just catches their eye and stuff like that. And then that's cool.
Yeah.
That's a sick ass zipper tag, bro.
Oh, I appreciate you. Shit.
Same thing with the jacket, like I told you earlier. Like you don't see nothing like that out there. To be honest with you.
Thank you, bro.
You just see like maybe like your shirt, like the D in the front, and then maybe like a little something in the back. But to have an actual image on there, you know.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to keep it creative, keep it moving, and stay out the box, bro. Stay out the way too. You know what I mean? Cause I don't want too many like outside influences. You know what I mean? Like I try not to follow like popping brands and shit, cause I don't even want people to think I got an idea from them. You know what I mean? And that's what people will always say. You know what I mean? So it's like just stay away from whatever's popular, I guess. You know what I mean? Trends. I stay away from trends. Most people use trends, but trends come and go, bro. So if you invest the money and time in the trends, that time that it takes and that money might take longer than that trend is around. So it's like it ain't worth the risk. I mean,
you know what's funny too? Sometimes you have an idea, and then I don't know where somebody else will bring it out, but it's like might not be the same exact thing, but it's like, damn, I was thinking about something like that, you know?
I've been through that so many times,
like,
bro.
Fuck, it is what it is. Back to stage one and thinking about something else, because you don't want to put it out now because it's like, oh, this was biting him or whatever it is, you know?
That's why I had to do with that SD logo, bro, because I'm like, since I already put it out, I'm like, I know I gotta redo it quick, because I know fools are gonna hop up on it. And it wasn't quick when they hopped up on it. It was a couple years, but a couple people did hop up on it. And I'm glad I made like my renditions and like my revisions. And funny thing was, one of the homies that I was supposed to start DAKURI with, and it was supposed to be called Emerald. It was gonna be called Emerald.
Yeah.
And then since he separated, parted ways, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna change the logo, change the name, keep it pushing. And so he's like, yeah, dog. This fool. He designed these hats already. He's like, I want to just let you know, I think you were a little late. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, that's funny that you say that, homie, because that's pretty much saying there's no way possible that I could have thought of this first. That's what you telling me. Like, oh, he did it already. Like, you don't even know. So I sent him the post from when I first posted it in 2021, 2020, and he was like, oh shit. And I'm like, yeah, dog, you could have just asked or say, you know what I mean? But you said ain't no way to where, I mean, I was like, it's all good, bro. But it was like he didn't steal it till 3 years later. So it's like I been did it, homie. You know what I mean? Like, cause I stay in my own lane, bro. Like, I'm not waiting for niggas to do some shit to get me an idea. You know what I mean? Like,
that's sick as fuck too that you were able to send the post like, what? I've been doing this. What you mean? They stay quiet. Yeah,
dog. He took it funny too. He was like, was that supposed to be condescending? I'm like, hell yeah, dog. Cause like, that's weird. That's a weird ass way to come at me. You know what I mean? We ain't talked in hella long. All of a sudden, you just send me this. You know what I mean? I was like, all right, dog.
It is what it is. Fuck it.
It is what it is.
But at the end of the day, you were able to show, you know, we got proof.
Exactly. And numbers don't lie, bro. Them dates don't lie, bro.
That's the good thing about posting on IG too, you know?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
You post something and it's on there and you can just go back and check it out real quick.
That's proof. And even now, like when it comes to like people stealing shit, if you have a timestamp or you could show when you first did it, you designed it, that's all you need, bro, to claim it. And so you good at that point.
You know what's funny? The logo you made with the smoking. Was it smoking
for
or
you?
drinking? Yeah, smoking.
I think you was smoking a joint. Yeah.
Well, I think the homie made it and then I shot it to you and you changed it up, something like that. I don't remember. Something like that, but I remember I put the logo out and it's just been years. And then I don't know where I seen another logo come out.
Oh shit! You know what's fucking crazy? I never ever. I know exactly who you talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
That's fucking. He did a red one and a blue one.
I think so. Yeah.
It was a little bent. I remember that. That's crazy, dog. Come to think about it. Well, damn.
But then we go back to the same thing, you know. But it's like, fuck it, it is what it is. I mean, it must mean that you were doing something, you know?
Yeah.
If they were copying it like that.
Wow, that's crazy. I never even put that together.
Yeah. It is what it is, though. Fucking,
Yeah.
What's up, though? You got anything to let them know? And then anything new? You said you have some drops coming, right?
Yeah, I got some drops coming. Stay tuned. Instagram is dakuri.sd. That's DAKURI.sd. TOOLOC Tattoos for tattoo work. TOOLOC.tattoos. And shit, appreciate you, bro, for inviting me. You know what I mean? It's always love, always
Appreciate
genuine. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro, let's get to it. We've been speaking on some collabs and shit, so
We're gonna make it happen for sure.
yeah, man. But yeah, bro, just stay tuned. You know what I mean?
Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to Greenhouse. And yeah, episode 2. Appreciate you for coming in, my boy.
Appreciate you for having me, man.
Doses.
How the fuck you love me, then you telling me you hate me? Baby girl, I think I love you more than I love Drakey. Every time a nigga walk about that door, she said be shy, please. When I get back home, I'll have you moaning with this great D. She in love with Hennessy, she in love with Remy. Dirty in my city, cause been fucking with my kidneys. She said suck a K, it ain't the same when you ain't with me. So, tell me you'll stay with me.
She in love with MOE. She a freak off Hennessy. Looking in her eyes, I can tell that she was in the